Everybody should end up 6-6. Ideally. Utah's gonna be 7-5 with a ranked win over Baylor. They're gonna jump in the top 25. Nebraska's gonna jump in. Just how high are they gonna jump? I gave Michigan State a loss. That's good. They don't have a ranked team.
I love that. I love this game.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found.
Nobody has ever said that unironically about that.
That's Randy
so Florida's offense will get the first possession of the game.
I took my corner from the other side to
Sunshine
follow.
State is so rich in talent. The players have known each
That
other
game's
in many
ass.
cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
Okay,
And
all
they
of
do
those
not
are
like
set.
each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years
We gonna do a PR video, Gabe?
there were bench clearing
Huh?
balls in the middle of
Do you
the
want to do a
field
PR
before
video?
opening kickoff.
Yeah, as long as you're not expecting, as long as you're only expecting me to fucking do the predictions, because I'm in the game.
Yeah, it's fine. That works. All right.
Let me get my headset. I've just been talking through my controller.
Well, there's
Alright.
no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on
Big
the
week,
very
man.
first play, they find a matchup on the
There's a lot of
outside
good games
run.
this week, a
They
lot of
take
them.
shot to him, vertically down the field, and he does the rest.
A lot of
He
really
is
important
so
games, too.
athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
We're going all passing offense in this game because I have 2 receivers wanting to transfer because of my passing yards figure. Because I've been extremely balanced.
Offense has the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see
I just don't
linebackers
need
that
any
can
bullshit to
run like
happen.
this guy, and that's why they
Need
feel
people to win they're
okay
supposed to
letting him
win, and I
go
should
this
end
guy
up
and
with,
wide
like,
receiver one-on-one.
I should end up getting V or Mike in the first round. At
I,
worst,
you
maybe
might-
Sam.
You might want to fucking turn wear and tear and shit back on.
Oh my fucking god, bro. I thought I did it already.
All my players are fucking
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Yeah, it's done.
This
God damn
rivalry
it.
only dates back to the late
I was posting the
50s,
fucking
but what
efficiency
Brian
numbers,
Black
not paying
and
attention to shit.
long-term history, if
Alright, let me
Oregon
get the
hangs up
video
will
going.
in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
On 3rd down, going up top.
All right, here we are, Week 14 predictions video. Final week of the regular season. Biggest week of the season. People got playoff hopes, conference championship aspirations, everything on the line going into this one. Reminder before we get into it that every single game this week is a game of the week. So make sure that you are the road team. You are streaming them, preferably on YouTube because Twitch fucking blows. But make sure you're following rules. If you break rules, you will serve a suspension in a CC game or in the playoffs. So update yourself if you need to. We got 13 users fighting for 11 spots for the playoffs. So it should be a pretty tight race here. Got a lot of good matchups. Gabe doing the video with me as well. He can't see anything because he's playing his CPU team, but he will give his picks. Looking at the top 25 here, Georgia Tech remains number 1 at 10-1. Kansas number 2 at 10-1. Chapo 11-0. I mean, he must have like slept with the commissioner's daughter or something. I don't know what's going on. But the disrespect to the Tigers is a bit wild. Fourth is Des at 9-2, and Oregon rounds out the top 5 at 9-2. We also got Florida, Michigan, Missouri, Mississippi State, and Tennessee in your top 10, and then Oklahoma, Wisconsin, and Ole Miss also in the race. Only 13 users in the top 25, with a couple of y'all took some catastrophic losses, like Rob, that had playoff hopes that are no more. We look at the bracket. These are the first round projections. These are obviously going to change a fuck ton. But right now they're predicting Peso, Des, Chapo, and Mike to get the buys. With Gabe, Drop, Sam, LP, V, myself, and Ryan making the playoffs as well.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean,
all right, we look at the Heisman watch. Halfback Adrian Ferreira out of LSU leads the way. Outside linebacker Greg Zimmer is second.
He won it. You don't even need to go through the rest of those shit.
Yeah, he had 225 fucking yards last week. Tim from Georgia Tech, Siegler from Kansas, and Stan Newfield from Oregon jumps into the top 25. Or in the top 5. Looking at the players of the week. So, National Defensive Player of the Week, George O'Callahan, defensive tackle out of Maryland, had 7 tackles and 3 sacks and a close 24-14 loss to Wisconsin. Offensive Player of the Week nationally was Cecil Boyette with 4 catches, 159 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the Crimson Tide in a 70-45 loss to the LSU Tigers.
Who lost that? Who got? Oh,
Swan.
I don't know. We got 7 for the
ACC Defensive Player of the Week, Keontae Beckham with 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown, and a 45-16 thrashing of the Clemson Tigers for the Gators. And then offensively, Nick Timms, 15 of 17, 208, 4 touchdowns, 51 rushing yards, and 2 more touchdowns, and a 10 for 10 offensive efficiency day for Georgia Tech, and a 77-14 win at Vanderbilt. Moving on to the Big 12. Defensively, Javon Addison, defensive end out of Oklahoma with 6 tackles and 2 sacks and a 35-28 loss to Kansas. And on the other side, offensively, Heisman hopeful Jamison Siegler, 15 carries, 91 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 63 receiving yards for the Jayhawks in the same set win. Big 10 Offensive Player of the Week, Vince Church, 4 catches, 156 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and a 66-21 stomping of the Fighting Irish for the Wolverines. And then finally moving on to the SEC Defensive Player of the Week, Damon Klein had 10 tackles and 1 sack, and a 14-10 loss to Mississippi State at home for the Tennessee linebacker. We take a quick look at these conference standings before we go into the predictions so that everybody knows the situations we're heading into. For the ACC, it's locked up. It's going to be Peso versus Gabe. These two met once in the regular season where Peso nearly edged out Gabe. As far as looking at bowl eligibility for this conference, G's needs to beat Drop this week to go to a bowl. Rob needs to beat Mike this week to go to a bowl. So both of them tough asks, tough opponents there. Big 12, this one also locked, well, should be locked up, right? Yeah, unless, yeah, it's locked up, yes. So it will be Mike and his Missouri Tigers against Ryan and his Kansas Jayhawks in the Big 12 title game. LP getting snubbed. As far as bowl eligibility goes, Dwayne could make his first bowl in 6 seasons, but he'd have to beat Ryan to do it. Morg is going up, Morg is going up against Marley. Morg was, talking about playoffs and all kinds of stuff a couple weeks ago, man. He's dropped 3 straight.
He's nowhere near that bracket now.
Yeah, he's got to fight to be bowl eligible at this point. Moving on to the Big 10. So Des is locked in, but this one could get, well, I guess actually he's not locked in because it could end in a 3-way tie. So this week, Penn State plays Oregon. If Des wins, that will lock it Des versus V, Penn State versus Michigan for the Big 10 title. If Des was to lose this game, they would end up in a 3-way tie where Des beat V, V beat Sam, Sam beat Des. And good Lord knows who gets in at that point. Yes, it would be chaotic because they don't have any other conference losses.
The Big 10, is that one of the conferences that had like the fucking 2, where people had like 2 conference games and shit?
No, all of them had like 5 or 6. They didn't get the full 7 like they were supposed to, but you're talking about the SEC was the one. The SEC and the Big 12 had that issue. Speaking of the SEC, it's pretty figured out for the most part, save for if Eric and his Ole Miss Rebels can upset the 11-0 Tigers this week. Assuming Chapo wins, he will be rematching with Twan in the SEC title game. If Chapo was to lose and I beat Vanderbilt, we would end up in a 3-way tie, and I don't know how that would work out because I didn't play Chapo. we wouldn't have all played each other, so that you couldn't do the three-way tiebreaker. It'd just basically be up to EA, whoever they're going to let in. So who knows? But assuming Chapo wins, he should be playing Twan. Twan went 7-5 with Alabama this season. He is not ranked, which is.
I'm just more concerned that like Twan had his worst season like ever, and he still made the conference championship before like, the rest of the. Before you drop.
Yeah, it's because it's glitched. Drop only had 2 conference games. So Drop finished with a 50% win percentage because he won 1 and lost 1. I only have 4, and I didn't get to play Chapo. I beat Drop and lost to Twan on that fucking EA nonsense game. That I should be in, not him. But as far as bowl eligibility goes, we got 5 teams going to a bowl game. Might possibly get 5 in the playoffs from the SEC, which would be a new record for most in one conference in. So now that we know our stakes, let's go ahead and get into these predictions. A lot of games this week. Should be pretty good stuff. Starting off the ACC, I don't know if this one's going to be played. Maybe looking for a new Georgia user here soon. But we do have number 1 ranked Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and Coach Peso heading to Athens to play the 4-7 Georgia Bulldogs and Henny. We'll do you then me for each of these picks.
Well, if it somehow did get played miraculously, Peso.
This was a close one last year, wasn't it? Am I tripping? Or was this like a dogfight or something for some reason?
For some reason, I feel like you're right. I feel like this game was like very close for some reason, and then Peso ended up winning. Yeah, I do remember because Peso said he was going to be a first-round exit that year because of that game or something like that. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, if this game did get played, Peso's going to fucking probably shut him out this time. Peso, this is one of Peso's best rosters he's had. And if Georgia user did come back, this would be his first game in like weeks, and yeah, he's not doing shit. So I got Peso by an undetermined score. It's going to be that bad.
Yeah, Peso's got the number 1 offensive efficiency in the league, and I see him extending upon that with this one here. So give me Georgia Tech in a thrashing, 45-0. Next, big game for both these teams for different reasons. 10th ranked Tennessee Volunteers at 9-2 and Drop coming off that loss in Rocky Top, traveling to Blacksburg to play the 5-6 Virginia Tech Hokies and Coach G's. G's needs this win to be bowl eligible, break his bowl drought. Drop has to win this game to make the playoffs. Last time these two teams faced was in Tennessee a couple seasons back, and Drop only won 24-22 in that game.
Damn, I forgot about that. That'd be crazy if fucking G's won this game.
That would be insane.
I mean, he can do it. I just don't think he has the competitive whereabouts to sustain good drives and good defense for a whole game, especially against someone like Drop. So I'm going to take Drop in here by a larger margin than that last matchup was. I'll say Drop wins 31. I'll give G's 21 points. 31-21 Drop.
I actually thought Drop's defense was really good last week. He kind of struggled to score, but I don't foresee G's playing great defense. He runs a lot of stock stuff, man blitzes, which is exactly what Drop wants him to do. So I think this one will not be close. I think this is a bad scheme fit for G's. Luckily, he's home at least. But I'll say Tennessee wins this one 38-10 over Virginia Tech. I'll go 35-10. Next, another huge game for different reasons. 8th ranked Missouri Tigers at 8-3, and Mike traveling to the Gardens in Miami to play the 5-6 Miami Hurricanes. And Rob took a tough loss to the new UNC user last week and kind of killed his playoff hopes. Now he's got to win this one just to make a bowl game. And for Mike, you know, we know he's going up against Ryan in the Big 12 title game. Assuming he doesn't win this game, he has to win this week to have a chance to make the playoffs.
What rank is he right now?
He's sitting at 8 right now. So if he wins and Sam was to lose, he'd jump to 7. And then question is, how far back does he fall if he loses to Ryan? So this is must win for both of these teams.
Yeah. This one, I can really see Rob
winning. Good game too.
Yeah, I was about to say I could see Rob. Like I think most people would have Mike as the favorite. I mean, I do. I can definitely see Rob pulling something out here. Mike's offense didn't impress me the other week when I was watching him play. What's his face?
Well, you know, for being a top 10 team, he's only got 38% scoring percentage offensively. He has not been efficient this year.
That's normally his thing. He's normally a vertical passing user, usually like I am. He likes to throw the ball a lot. It just hasn't looked like it's meshed well this year. Shit. Give me fucking Rob. Give me fucking Rob.
Man, he is.
I'm just, that's what I'm thinking about it. It's just like, give me fucking Rob. Like, I think Rob, this is a game Rob can definitely pull out. If he's gonna fucking upset a game, it'll be this one. Yeah. I'm gonna take Rob. I'm gonna say 28-24. Close game. But give me Rob to pull it out.
You stole my damn pick, Gabe. I was so hyped about that one. Yeah, I'm going with Rob, too, in this one. Rob's offense has not been an issue for him this year. He's been pretty, he's scoring about every other drive at least. Defensively is where he's having his problems. Mike, like you said, usually an elite offensive user, is not having the season he wanted to. I think Rob's at home in this one. That one's going to make the difference. So give me Miami 31-28. Field goal at the gun for the win.
Yeah, I like it.
Next, 2-9 Kansas State and coach in LA traveling to Chapel Hill to play the 3-8 North Carolina Tar Heels under new leadership. Got their victory last week over those Hurricanes. So maybe a little bit of momentum brewing up there. What do you think about this one?
Nelly at Ole Miss?
No, Nelly at North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. I don't know. I was thinking about new user. Yeah, let me take North Carolina. He impressed me during that win against Rob. Nelly's still trying to get things going over there in that program over there at Kansas State. So let me get North Carolina to round out his year on a high note. I'll say 38-10.
Yeah, the offense was oppressive last week. He's going to do some work defensively, but Nelly's offense has struggled this year. So give me North Carolina at home to win comfortably. I'll say 35-17 or 35-20 over Kansas State. E-Fly will be getting a force win in this game, but will be extending his bowl drought to 4 or 5 seasons or whatever it is now. What's the score in your CPU game, just for shits and giggles? Florida State needs it to win it to go to a bowl game.
28-0, we just hit halftime.
Tough. Yeah, no bowl for the Seminoles. This one I'm super fucking excited about. I think this is one of the most interesting games of the week. 5-6 Cal and Coach Moore traveling to Madison to the Jump House to play the 12th ranked Wisconsin Badgers and Marley. Marley is sitting at the last spot out right now. So he needs one person ahead of him to lose, and he's got to win this week. And Morg, after being, he talked about his playoff hopes and stuff like that, has dropped 3 straight, including a choke job last week. So he's got to win just to make a bowl. Big game for both teams.
Yeah. I know Morg's ass, and I've seen Marley play for a couple games. I'm gonna go Wisconsin on this one. Completely objective pick. I think he just does. He's been solid on offense. Defense is solid. I say it's a closer game. I'm gonna say 31-24. But Wisconsin pulls out the W.
I've been impressed with his defense this year. His offense has left some to be desired. But Moore struggles in road games particularly because he can't make as many adjustments with his passing game. And like I said, with Wisconsin's defense being solid, I like Marley here to win. He's got momentum, and Moore's got the fucking opposite of that right now. He is spiraling. So give me Wisconsin to win it relatively close, but I'll say 24-17 over Cal. Next we have 11th ranked Oklahoma at 8-3. That's LP traveling to College Station to play the 3-8 Texas A&M Aggies. LP sitting on the last spot in the playoffs right now. So obviously a loss is catastrophic. He will not be going. But with a win, he should be in. Last game Chevy played, he beat the shit out of Cal. So maybe, hopefully a little momentum for Texas A&M.
I say Chevy keeps the game close early.
Don't forget, he has beaten LP before. He beat him once
season?
earlier in the.
This game, not this season, but this season.
Yes, in CFB he beat him one time.
Damn, I don't remember that. I say I don't think there's a blowout. I think LP will handle business. But I'll say let's go LP 38-24.
Yeah, that's kind of about what I think. LP's defense has been horrible this year, but the offense has been good. Chevy turns the ball over will be the difference in this one. So give me Oklahoma. Your score's pretty good. I'll go 38-17. Oklahoma wins. Next, 2-9 Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish and Dell traveling to Los Angeles to play the 1-10 USC Trojans and Dave. Obviously, Dave missed a lot of time this year. This is not the season he wanted to have. Has the opportunity to end it on a win here. Dell, probably the most turnover-prone user in the league right now. He is struggling.
Dave's playing.
He is. He's played some of his games this year. I think he played like 5 or something.
Okay.
He did have a very tough schedule this season too.
They'll be weird. Yeah, give me Dave. I think let me get Dave ends the season on a high note. Build momentum for going into next season. Like I said, Dell's extremely turnover prone. So I think Dave is good at capitalizing off of that. Just judging off how my game went last time I played him. The only time I played him. So yeah, give me Dave. I'm saying low scoring game. I say games like 17-10.
I think Dave wins it. I'll go 24-20. 3+ turnovers for both teams in this one. But Dave will capitalize offensively. Dell won't. Next, big game here for Dwayne. Obviously a mountain to climb, but 5-6 Texas Longhorns traveling into Lawrence to play the 10-1 second-ranked Kansas Jayhawks. Dwayne trying to get to bowl eligibility. Ryan needs to win this one, or he's going to have a catastrophic drop.
I'm sorry, Dwayne's on like a bowl drought.
He is. It's up to 1 second. It is at 4 seasons right now.
Yeah, drawing Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, drawing Ryan's not the luckiest thing in the world. So I think if bowl drought continues, Ryan handles business with his chuck it up and play offense. I got Ryan winning. I'd say 54-20.
It definitely does look like Ryan's offense is taking a step back this season. I think it's just maybe the quarterback change or something. But yeah, Ryan wins comfortably here, 56-28 over Texas, 56-21. Moving on, this one of the biggest games of the week, obviously. 5th ranked Oregon at 9-2 and Sam traveling to Beaver Stadium to play the 4th ranked Penn State Nittany Lions at 9-2. Des, we already explained that with a loss, Sam will not be going to the Big Ten title game. How far will he drop? Will he remain in the playoff hunt? Remains to be seen. For Des, if he were to lose, there's a 3-way tie, and he could get left out, which would be crazy, out of the Big Ten title. So these two have faced off a bunch over the last couple seasons.
I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice.
Sorry, I was just trying to fucking.
Quarterback to run.
So yeah, Oregon. So yeah, Des and Oregon. Damn, this is hard. Because that's definitely teams take it a little, took a little step back this year. Oregon's been giving his bits. Give me fucking Oregon, bro. I think Oregon will take advantage of the disadvantages of Penn State this year, and I like them in a close game, close gritty game. I'll say 38-35. Oregon wins by a field goal.
Our first disagreement here. I'm going Penn State at home. I think his run game's good. He's not turned the ball over. Oregon a little rusty. Hasn't played quite as many games this year. Mainly not to his own fault, but his opponents. A little less pressure on Des. A lot of pressure on Sam in this one too. And he's at home. So give me that fucking bowling ball of a running back he's got, and the Nittany Lions to win this one. Low scoring affair. I'll say 17-13. Penn State wins. Next, Chapel will be getting a forced win over Hayden's Ohio State team. 7th ranked Michigan at 8-3 and V. Traveling to Seattle, play the 4-7 Washington Huskies. And Jazz obviously goes without saying a loss here, and V's playoff hopes will be cooked. He's sitting at ranked 7 right now with a win. And then if he were to get in the Big Ten title game, how far would he drop from there? He's for sure on that bubble as well about is he going to make it or not. So he's got to take care of business here.
So V and Jazz.
Yes.
Yeah, give me V. Should be a run-of-the-mill game for him. I'll say V wins. I'll say 31-7.
I'm going to go 38-10 in this one. He just kind of does what he does, runs the ball, doesn't turn the ball over, Yeah. Jazz struggle a little bit offensively, and that'll be that. To the SEC. Got 2 more matchups to cover here. We got the 3rd-ranked LSU Tigers at 11-0 in the Magnolia Bowl, playing against the 13th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels at 8-3 in Oxford. This is Chapo versus Eric. These two know each other from previous leagues. Big-time game for both these two. Chapo could end up in a 3-way tie for the SEC title and could get left out in on EA with a loss here. And then for Eric, sitting at 13th, he's 2 spots out of the playoffs. He probably needs a win here, unless some people above him lose like real bad in their conference title games or something like that. And it's going to be tough for him to get in without a win, I think.
Yeah, Chapo should handle business here as much as I'd like to see him lose. Yeah, I just don't see it. I just don't. I think skill-wise, he'd have a chance, but his team's just not there. So, yeah, give me Chapo here to roll. I'll say he puts up. Chapo wins 45-28.
Eric struggled offensively last week with Ward, which is not a good sign. His defense has been good this year for the most part. I think Chapo wins. I'll go 42-24. LSU beats Ole Miss. Or 45-24. It'd be close in the first half, and he'll just gradually pull away. Next, we got delving into forced win over Kentucky, and then finally, we got 9th-ranked Mississippi State at 8-3, traveling to Nashville, play the 4-7 Vanderbilt Commodores. This is myself against Freeway. Being that I'm likely not headed to the SEC championship game, a win locks me into the playoffs. A loss would be horrendous. Would probably keep me out, since seeing the Vanderbilt's unranked. We've played twice before. I won both matchups.
Freeway's not like a horrible user.
He's really not.
His team's not that good. And he is susceptible to. He's not the best passer. I've seen him throw some pretty egregious reads. So, for those reasons, I will pick Mississippi State to end their regular season off on a win. I say Jason wins. Running the ball and shit. I'll say 31-17.
running to the
Yeah,
left.
his problem has been not just that he's making bad reads offensively, but he doesn't run the fucking ball. He's ran for 115 yards as a whole for the entire season. It's like 10 yards a game.
I knew he passed a lot. I didn't know he passed that much.
And the
Yeah,
defense
and the defense is not there. I think he's going to struggle to get stops. My offense has been really good this year. We've only turned the ball over like 9 times all season or something. So I expect us to score relatively easily. I'll say State wins it 45-10 over Vanderbilt. Take care of business on the road and secure playoff berth. That is going to do it for the PR video. Appreciate Gabe and his doing the video with us. Everybody that's going to play their games this week, make sure you stream them. Make sure you follow the rules. If your opponent is going to use Twitch and you have YouTube and you don't mind streaming, please do that. Much more enjoyable. If you're using Twitch, get with the fucking program and make a YouTube account. And everybody have a good night. All right. Appreciate it, bro. Take it easy. Everyone's your CPU game.
See you. I'm almost done.
The pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And they went right back to the well, and that is a big-time answer from the defense after giving up the explosive play. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll throw one to his right. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Thompson wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, and you could tell the QB, he drops back, and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to... Couldn't do it. Nobody was open. Couldn't find anybody. Took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of it.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He turns it loose to the left. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working, and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well, because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Quick completion on the out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Thompson to throw. He caught it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.